Today, this lady is well loved, well respected in our company, and just done a fantastic job going between her place in the mountains and the country. Had people up there last month to where she's at now. I think she's in Southern California, back at her beautiful home. Her husband built a big organization. He was in construction. She was a hairdresser for many years, single mom, met this handsome debonair gentleman, got together, and they made a merger. I know they got married, fell in love, almost lost everything, but thank God the ACN, it just exploded for her and her husband, and survived some things with her dad in the hospital and husband sick. This woman's a trooper, man. She's amazing. Without further ado, Regional Vice President Platinum from the Monterey area, the great and one and only Miss Jocelyn Driskill.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So great to see you and have your smiling face right here in front of me. I love every single morning with Mr. Al Thomas. You are the greatest, I can tell you.
Thank you, dear.
Thank you. And I'm glad you got home safe. Welcome everyone to the call and this wonderful Monday, magical Monday. Mr. Thomas, I just want to thank you for the opportunity always. Your trust in myself to bring, whatever it is that someone needs here today. I know that I've been in prayer and praying that this will inspire just one person. And I just am grateful for you allowing each and every one of us to have this platform to make a difference in lives. And because of that, you have created such a huge butterfly effect around the world. So thank you so much for who you are, and to me personally, and who you are to all of us. So thank you. But welcome you guys. And Jason, congratulations, buddy. Yes. It's so crazy that my training today happens to be the RD roadmap. So yeah. So I'm so excited for you, Jason. I got a message from Loveline yesterday about your promotion. I'm super excited for you. What a great job. I'm so proud of what you've accomplished. You're inspiring others here. It's just awesome that you show up here on Mondays and you bring your team. So congratulations to you. And anyway, so I get to dive into some training here today. I am super excited about the topic and what we're gonna showcase, because I know going into December, a lot of people take their foot off the gas. I don't want you to take your foot off the gas. I want you to have a specific aim to the target that you are going to need to get to your goals and the destination of regional director, but then powering through regional director. So Jason's not stopping at regional director. He's heading to RVP. I can 100% tell you that, and will be a senior vice president in this company. But what it takes is to power through the holidays. Now, you heard me, I wanted us to hear the Christmas music today with Carrie Underwood. It's one of my favorite songs, because Christmas is my favorite time of year. In fact, my birthday's next week, and I love the Christmas season. Yes, it is too. Yours, Randy, in December. But I want you guys to know that Christmas is a magical time, and we need to go create some magic out there. We need to go share this blessing with so many people at this time of the year, and we cannot take our foot off the gas. So I'm going to actually open up my slide deck really here, and I'm going to speak to each of you as we go through it. But this is the topic: coming in hot, aiming at the target, that bullseye that you need to be shooting at. It is the roadmap that we're going to share with you. I'm going to go back and show you where Mrs. Diana Garrison and Dave Garrison's journey started, again, August, and I'm going to show you where it is today. But in the process, in the middle of it, I'm going to show you the roadmap that we have laid out for each and every one of them as executive team leaders. There's about 4 in a row on their way to regional director. And I want to see how you can aim your target with this roadmap for yourself and push through December. So before we do that, I want you to take a visual look at this video. It's really quick. It's less than a minute. Just to see if what you're seeing in this is you and where you have your focus and your intention. So hold on, here we go.
The target is over here.
Is that you? Is that where your target is? Are you like aiming and ready to shoot, but then your goals are just, you don't even have them written down, or what it looks like, or what you're shooting at? I mean, when I saw that video, I was watching Dr. Darius Daniels, and he had it in his relationship goals message, and I was like, oh my God, this is so perfect for my message today, because I know many of us as we're coaching, even ourselves, is we don't have goals written down, like specific. We should have a big goal for the month of December, and then you got to break them down into your daily goals. But you also, sometimes I think people, when they're heading to regional director, especially, they're seeing the big picture of 600 points, right? You're seeing all you can see is 600 points, but you don't know how to break it down and how to get there, and how to break it down very small. So let's dive into the next slide here. So this is the 90-day focus, aiming at the target, your goals, and tap rooting. You know, many of you have been joining us. You joined us in October, and I showed you kind of what had been laying out for Diana and her organization, along with Mrs. Harriet Clutter and Mr. Lee Don and Hugh and Lay. Those are the 4 I'm going to show you here today. But this is where it started. This was the starting point, August 26th of this year. You guys can see that in the upper left-hand corner as an ETL for Diana and Dave. Now, she's going to share with you a message really briefly here after I get through her actual RD roadmap. But this is a 90-day focus. If you think about the time frame that I started with them, it's 90 days that we have been focusing. And now where we're at today, my whole attention, I've been working the other parts of my organization, but my whole attention has been with this organization. Teamwork makes the dream work. And we say that all the time. Slogans and phrases are meant to actually be applied, not just said. So putting that teamwork together, you heard Mr. Evans earlier talk about being in Atlanta and how powerful it is. I will also tell you the hybrid version that ACN is in right now, the power of Zoom and the power of live events mixed together, so crucial that how this team got there, because we didn't do it all over Zoom. Like many of them, and there was 13 guests that showed up at the Emerge event in LA area back in September when we had that event there. And that was one of the first catalysts to this explosion to this team. So being together was important. Me connecting with all of them was important. Being together as a team and going after that dream and seeing the vision of the company at that Emerge event was huge for this here. And many events in between have we been together live. I've flown down there twice. In fact, I'm looking back at coming back December 18th for a big event that Mr. Lee Don has shared with me. So I am still in the trenches working with them via Zoom and via live. Okay, the hybrid version. So it's really, really important. So this is the first slide I showed you back in October, the first part of October, and where it had exploded in the organization. You can see Diana is set up for regional director with her 3 lines and will be heading with her 4th line of business. And then the explosion in the one team. At that point, that team had gotten to 108 points. Okay, just that one team in that short amount of time from 8/26. It was like middle of 1st of October when we got to that 108 points. And then I shared with you the next slide. Let me move this out of the way so I can see. It got to 329 points in that one team in two weeks later, or 3 weeks later, whatever that was, in the last part of October. So what an incredible visual to see one team exploding. So for those of you who didn't see this before, you can see from 2 people to now she had 3 people wide, and then one team that we're driving and taprooting in this team. So now it went from 108 when I first showed it to you to 252. So now let's look at what it is today. Today it is at 543 points. That one leg is now at 471 points itself. Is that not exciting to see what has been completed in less than 90 days in business? This is the roadmap I have laid out for Diana, and I've done one for each person that you're going to hear from today. And what I want you to see is how I laid it out very simply. Okay, so I didn't put all the legs and all the people in it. I just gave you a visual here. So if you look at going to RD, it takes 600 points, correct? So 600 points, and you minus every single. So if leg 1 has 4 points, leg 2 has 471 points, leg 3 has 12 points. And you can see I took those numbers and deducted it from the 600 points. Now it's correct that you can only use 200 points of that 471 points towards regional director. But what makes it most exciting is she has 471 points towards regional vice president, which you can use 750 points of that leg for regional vice president. So she's already setting herself up, this organization, for regional vice president in her business, right? So if you subtract those numbers, she has 384 points to RD. Okay, she over the leg 1, leg 3, and leg 4 is where we're going to focus. We're still driving the team and working at the bottom with the leaders and their people, and meeting them in person and getting them on Zooms and doing all those things with this hybrid version. Our focus is the 3 things that you hear me all the time talk about that makes us money. Target 1, right? The target you're at, goal 1, personal focus. So personally, Diana's focus is at 75 points. Getting that done in the month of December and making that a bullseye for her. What does she need? She needs 3 8-point services. Now, why am I focusing on the 8 points? Because you need to focus where it's simplest, where you can see exactly how simple it is to get there. She only needs 3 8-point services to get to 80 points. That gives her 24 more points, right? From where she is. She's at 56 her right now. And so actually she's at 60, but if you think about it, add the 24, she'll be at 80 points. Subtract those 24 points to the right from the 384, gives her 360 points left to RD. Now what's target number 2? Goal number 2, team building. That's also what makes us money. So personal customers makes us money. Going out and getting customers, showcasing the business. And if they don't become a business partner, we get customers, right? Team building, second focus, how we make money. What does she need? Let's look at being an ETL machine. That's what this team secret sauce has been. You're going to see some numbers here in a little bit. Has been ETL machines, but not just ETL. They've been doing the ETL bonus. And you're going to see how many have hit in the last 75 days. So she needs 12 executive team leader. And I put the exclamation on promotion, right? Also the promotion for them, making them money. That's when you can make people money and they can see what a gift ACN is, then they'll keep moving faster. So 12 ETL promotions. What does it take to be an ETL? At least 30 points. You can do it all on your own, but in order to create that executive team leader bonus promotion, you need to have someone else be a part of their team, partner up, and get their CQ in place, along with a total of 15 points in the downline, right? And you have to have at least 12, or at least be a customer qualified. So however that works as 30 points. Now, some will just be ETL with 30 points themselves. We just promoted a guy who just created 5 services. He pushed over 30, I think he's pushing 40 points now because he was focused on the 8 points, and he hit ETL all by himself, working on his downline now, but he did that. So it doesn't matter how you get there, but if you focus on executive team leader, she needs 12 more executive team leaders. She could do that in the month of December. She could do that part of it in the month of December into January, and be a regional director by January. It's just the decision and deciding to get to work. So 12 executive team leader promotions gets her 360 exact points, which takes her to regional director when she spreads it over leg 1, leg 3, and leg 4. So as soon as she has more movement in leg 1 and 2, I'm going to have her start leg 4 on her way to regional vice president. Target number 3, goal number 3, attend and promote events. That is the third thing that makes us money in this business. Inviting people to Zooms and helping them get their people started in business or get them as a customer is key. Events are the number one key that had our success. We showed up at every Saturday training. We made sure we brought people with us at every Saturday training. I'll tell you, Saturday is super important for this to have happened. Saturdays are important. It's leverage, because I personally cannot train every single person in this organization, nor can Diana. You let the system train them. They need to show up. When they show up, that's where I'm recognizing leaders. When they show up on Saturday, when they have their own private business receptions, whether it's in person, which we've had many in this team, or it's on Zoom. I know we're going to get better and better at doing private business Zooms with this organization as we continue to grow it, because it's so important. I'm going to emphasize important to do presentations right away for every single new IBO who gets started in the business, so that we can get to their people faster and help them build faster. Some of these people hit record time for executive team leader. Like in their first, Harriet did it in her first 6 days. Her husband was or 4 days, and her husband did it, Glenn, right after in 6 days. Lee did it in his first, I think, 10 days. Lena was in her first 12 days. So they were fast. But when you see a slower executive team leader, it's because they're not doing private business receptions as well and getting their people in front of the business right away. So super important to focus on goal number 3 and making sure you're using the leverage of our system, saving yourself energy, time, and money. That is what our system is so amazing at, which is you not trying to teach everybody how to do this business. You don't become a babysitter. We're not in the babysitting business. We're not in the daycare business. We are independent business owners, and together we are what helps this business grow. We have to learn, each of us have to learn how to build this business. I showed up and my husband and I fed ourselves with information to make sure that we understood this business, and we weren't relying on our uplines to teach us this business. Our uplines were there to support us and help us grow and do presentations as we were growing so quickly. So this is Diana's roadmap. I want to have her jump on really quickly, share just something really briefly of her excitement, where her and Dave have come, where they started, why she made that decision, coming from corporate America, 40 years from San Diego Gas and Electricity. So Mrs. Diana Garrison, you and I are Christmas today, red and green. It's so funny that we were both red and green. But here you are, and I can't wait for you to share. You know, I'm really excited for what this team has done. Your decision back in September, I think you decided in August that you were going to start moving this business. It's been my pleasure to be a part of you and Dave's life. Because it's not just business, it's life. So I'm going to let you share something really quickly about your excitement and where you're going.
Thank you, Ms. Driscoll. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. And it's a beautiful day in sunny California. Finally, we've had fog for 2 weeks. Anyway, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Diana Garrison. I spent 40 years in corporate America at San Diego Gas and Electric, and I retired. As a matter of fact, December 1st of this month, I've been retired 10 years. Woo! When I retired, I found this business. And to be perfectly honest, I did not want to do anything anymore. I wanted to kick back and relax after 40 years. It actually took me 2 years to unwind. And then it was like, well, I don't know if I want to work and yada, yada, yada. Anyway, I had a team and I didn't do very well because they didn't want to work and I didn't want to babysit them. So I kind of just floated off into the blue yonder. And believe it or not, down here in California, the only team that was going was with Julian Lewis. And I'll tell you what, if it wasn't for that man, I still wouldn't be here today. And I mean, I had no team left. I had nothing left. I went every Saturday and listened to him. And it was like, I wanted to crawl inside of his mind to understand this. But he's the one that kept me in ACN. Well, in July of this year, I realized that the taxes have just about killed us. So I decided, well, maybe I should go back to work. And I thought, wait a minute, you're going to go work for $15 an hour when you've got a multi-million-dollar business in your pocket? Get real, girl. So I got online and I realized everything had changed. And it's like, well, what do I do? So for 35 days, every single morning, I listened to Mr. Thomas. Every single evening, it was either Jocelyn or Dean Trolley. Every Saturday, I was on the training, and it was like I couldn't get enough. Finally, I called Jocelyn Driskill, and I said, I'm back. I don't know what to do for sure, but I'm ready. And she was like, and she'd been in my life all this time. So, but she said, are you sure? I'm ready. So August 26th, Harriet Clutter came to my house. She's my insurance agent. And the day before, I took some screenshots of a presentation by Dean Trolley. And I'm sitting across the table from her, and I'm kind of messing with my phone and looking at these screenshots. And I just very casually asked her, since you're insurance, do you understand residual income, correct? And she said, yes, but I have to work 10 years to get it. And I'm like, 10 years? And she'd only been in there for 5 years so far. So I said, well, and I said, do you ever think of any other way of making some money? And are you interested in residual income? Well, that was history. I took her to the Cerritos venue, and she brought some people, and she looked at me and she said, oh my God, I'm in. Well, you know how you hear the RVPs and the SVPs talk about everybody's looking for their superstar? I got mine right out of the gate. Harriet introduced her husband and her daughter and people from her job. But the next superstar came up, Mr. Lee Don. And this man is the superstar of all superstars. I'm telling you, this man has made this team go crazy. So that's where I am today. I started slow, almost left, came back, and now I'm full of it and ready to get to the next, to RD. And I will make it. I will get there.
Awesome. She's full of it. She's full of it. She is vinegar and honey. I love you. You're amazing. So thank you for sharing that, Diana. But you guys can see, coming from corporate America, having a different mindset, wanting to retire. So don't forget your retirees, because she realized her retirement after 40 years still is not enough to live on, the lifestyles, the traveling, what she wants to do. So don't forget them. And she is vinegar and honey. So she's out there and she's a ball of fun, and she loves ACN. She loves to do, her and Dave are just incredible, and I'm grateful to work alongside of them. So thank you, Diana, for sharing that piece. I'm so proud. I know you will be a regional director and on to regional vice president. So thank you. And then we're gonna move on. I'm not gonna go break down every single one, but I want you guys to take a picture of this and visualize what your team could look like, because I am gonna show you the next ones, but I'm not gonna break them down because of time. But you have to see how simple you can break these down and how they will evolve for you. The next one is Harriet Clutter. Now, you heard her talk about Harriet. Harriet is phenomenal. I got to meet Harriet that day she showed up in Cerritos. I happened to decide to go out there and meet with Diana and Dave, and she brought Harriet, and man, she was amazing to meet. I was so grateful to have been there and also to have trained on stage. But this is Harriet's organization, and you can see the numbers for her. And it's the same thing. You see me breaking down the exact same thing just based on their numbers. So you can take these pictures and do this for yourself, and where you're going to put your focus and your aim. So if you look at her, she had 337 points, and how I broke it down exactly the same to regional director. She can do that in December. She can do that in January. It's when she decides to finish out the other lines of her business, and she's working on, there's many more people in the other two organizations, and then she'll go on to RVP, to the leg to start RVP run as well. But what I will share with you is, unfortunately, because of insurance, she is not on, she had to jump off because she had to go take a client. And that's one of her reasons why, is to be able to do ACN more and to really be a part of all of this. But unfortunately, she had to go. So I just want you to know she is so grateful for where she is with ACN. She's so grateful for Diana speaking to her and sharing this information. And then she obviously thought of someone like Diana was talking about, Mr. Lee Don. He is doing phenomenally, leading the charge with these other incredible leaders. This is his organization. So this is his roadmap. You can see he has 357 total team points. His is more spread out over organizations. So you can see his drive and the conversations that we have, and where his focus is. He has 231 points to regional director, and you can see his breakdown. 8-point services for his 64 points to get to 75. And then the ETLs, he needs 6 ETLs to promote, and his whole goal is to do it. He could literally be a 120-day regional vice president. Regional director. I'm already promoting him to regional vice president. He started August 28th, that he could be a 120-day regional director. I believe every single one of them could be. It's just the decision and the roadmap. If you focus on it and get it done, it will happen. So those 3 things to success. So I'm going to actually have Mr. Lee Don jump on really quickly and share where he came from and his excitement and where he's going. So Mr. Lee Don, I'm just so proud of you, of what you're doing. I know we just started an incredible Filipino team that's why I might be coming down there December 18th because they're going to get a big group together. So he's just on fire and fire for life. And so Mr. Lee Don, love to have you share.
Good morning, Jocelyn. What a blessing to be here today. I thank God for all the blessings for our team, our family. I couldn't do it without my team. I couldn't do it without you, Miss Driskill, Diana, Harriet, my hero that invited me to this ACN. I have been a business owner since a very young age, 19, and I have never worked for anybody. I was introduced to ACN many years ago, but at that time I was not ready. So just recently I was introduced again by Harriet, and I love it because it's a no-brainer for me. I have owned so many businesses in my life, and I have paid so much money to build a business. And here I have a business for $200 that I don't have to deal with employees, EDD taxes, landlords. Oh, what a blessing. That's why I'm so excited. I have such a beautiful team. I got all my brother and sister involved. After I checked out the company, I said, sis, brother, this is legit. Get in with me, okay? And then we're gonna build a great team, and which we are doing. You know, it's so excited. I can't even sleep at night. I always think of how I'm gonna build tomorrow, what I'm gonna coach and share with my team. It's an exciting journey. I'm not worried about the positions. I'm not worried about anything. I'm just glad that I'm able to share with all the people out there that don't know what's the opportunity they can get in. And that's what I feel is such a blessing. You know, it's overwhelming. I'm excited for many life events to come. I'm excited for you to come back to see us again, Ms. Driskill. I just got in with a very close Filipino community. I am what you call a rainbow. I love every color. Everybody's the same to me. I have no favorites. I treat everybody the same. I'm just blessed that I have such a beautiful team. And you know, we meet every Wednesday. We share how we prospect people, and we share everything. Everything is open. And you know what? If anything that I can do for any one of you out there, even not on my team, I'm always there. That I can help. And I thank you again. I thank you. I thank you, Ms. Driskill. Okay, what a blessing. And we hope to see each other soon.
Thank you, Mr. John. You are incredible. He is a rainbow. Everybody loves this gentleman. He is like a fly paper to flies. They are just attracted to him, and he just loves his team. He loves people, and you know, his background, you know, you got to talk to business owners. He spent 20 years in Mazatlan, and you know, he married a Mexican Hispanic national, and he speaks 3 languages himself: Vietnamese, Spanish, and English. So incredible what he's doing. But I think he speaks all languages because all people are attracted to him. Amazing, amazing man. I love you dearly, and congratulations. And I'm super excited for what's ahead of you. And then if we go dive in, I'm going to try to get through the rest of this really quickly. This is Lena's. This is Huen. Her name is Lena, and she was the first business owner right under, besides Lee's wife, Gloria. She came in the business. I shared the business with her at Diana and Dave's house, live and in person, and we've created a bond as well. And she's been out here to the Monterey event. She's been to other events. They've had the guests at the Emerge event, and you can see the breakdown of her organization. I'm going to let her just really quickly, Lena, I want you to see, just share really quickly so I can finish up this training, your excitement and what you see for the team moving forward. Are you there, Lena?
Hi, everybody. Hi, Mr. Jocelyn Driskill and everybody in the team. What my honor and my pleasure to be at the Zoom training today and be one of the guests. And for somebody who don't know about me, my name is Huen Lena, and I'm the business owner. And I used to teaching, I was in the teaching school in Vietnam. But when I came to America 2003, I opened multiple nail salons. And I always looking for some opportunity that who I can have when I can have more time with my kids. So being the business owner, as you see, you have to be in charge with a lot of things, overhead expensive, and you have to be, I'm always be the first person go to the salon and the last person go home. Yeah, you know, the last person get from the salon. So I don't have time for myself. I'm always tired. I don't have time for my kids. I never have any vacation or any weekends off. So I'm, like I say, one day my daughter came to me and said, Mom, I don't need your money. I need you. So it's really touching my heart. And I was like, I want to look for something that I can have residual money, that I can really work from home and have money when I can be travel with my kids and my family, you know. So I found ACN. Little bit about ACN. A few years ago, some of my friends were trying to recruiting me to ACN, and even lately, as Mr. Jocelyn know, and then also Mr. Brother Lee know about it, she's still trying recruiting me, even though that she know that I already joined this team. And but of course, I will support my brother Lee, because we've been doing this business, multiple business together. We are business partner. We have the office in Escondido for all the team can meeting and have the awesome events with Mrs. Driskill come there, and Mrs. Diana, Mrs. Harriet, and all the team support. So I'm very blessed, and I feel like I always thanks to God, and thanks to all my uplines, my wonderful leaders, team leaders like Mrs. Jocelyn Driskill, Mrs. Diana Garrison, Mrs. Harriet, and Mr. Lee Don, and all my team members. Because without you, I can't be like this today. So I really appreciate it, and I'm thankful for the company ACN and the great opportunities that I can really help myself, my family, and I can really help my communities. As you guys know, if some of you know that I was on the stage with Mrs. Driskill and the CEO. So I was telling the CEO that you're gonna launch to Vietnam because it's a great market there, and then I really want to help my communities as the immigration come here, work very hard, 2-3 jobs, and they want the good life. So being the USA is the country that you can have the great opportunities, and so I want to share this great opportunity for everybody out there, so they can have a freedom of finance, time, and also the quality of life. So ACN's number one.
Awesome.
For your,
awesome, Lena.
Thank you for your inviting me today.
Yes.
And be part of ACN family. Thank you.
You are amazing. Your spirit is so beautiful. And, you know, you guys can hear from all the different hearts of where they come from and what they're excited about and why ACN and why residual income and the land of opportunity that we have in the US compared to somewhere like Vietnam. She did speak to Mr. Tony Kupas directly on stage and said, you are opening Vietnam. And he's like, and you're going to be an SVP opening it with us, right? So they need those leaders to go open those countries. And she said, that's me. And I know Lee Don is the same. And you guys, that's what you need to focus on is who is wanting this opportunity. Well, just everybody needs this opportunity. Everybody will see the value. Timing is also key. Just know maybe it's not now, but it is sometime. I want you to see the statistics of every 100 people 65 years old. This was shown at the Atlanta event that Mrs. Martha Hun sent to me. 20 over, so 100 people, 20 have already passed away. 12 are still working on a job. 4 live alone. Only one person out of 100 are wealthy, and 63 of them depend on Social Security or family members to make ends meet. This is crazy statistics. This cannot happen. We have the answer, and it is ACN. I'm telling you, it's ACN. And people like Diana and Dave are looking for opportunities like this because they don't want to just live on Social Security or a retirement that doesn't pay a lifestyle. So let's finish with this. It's not not even long at all. This is where you need to take your target, put your passion, your purpose, your persistency, your pain, and your progress, and see what you can get when you aim correctly. Coaches, your mom, your parents, everyone is going to be cheering for you because your aim, your target, your goals, you put that pain, that persistency, and you had progress, and you focused it in the right place, and you win in ACN, and regional director is yours. Regional vice president is yours. Don't leave December without your progress. And that is what my message is today, Mr. Thomas. I'm sorry we went over, but I know how powerful it was for you guys to hear from everybody, and know the run you need to take right now.